Welcome back, my friends. It is starting to warm up, and taking a dip in the pool or splashing around in a lake will be top of mind. That is why it's so important to really brush up on water safety tips. It's my pleasure to have Amanda, senior marine biologist from Sea Life Aquarium, joining me. We love it. My family loves it. Thank you so much for being here, Amanda. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, so we know that today, my friends, it's Water Safety Day, and the entire month is Water Safety Month. So how can families enjoy the water safely, Amanda?
Yeah, so I know it's always an interesting thing to go out into the water. It's always an exciting activity. So there's just a couple tips to really keep in mind as you go to just make sure that you're being safe and being mindful. And a couple of the biggest ones are to make sure that you're with somebody. Bring a buddy and never enjoy the water alone. Even if you think it's something small where you're just going to go, only wade into the water, it's still important to make sure that someone knows where you are just in case something happens. And one of the other biggest tips I have is just to know your limits. Make sure that you are doing something that you are comfortable doing and that you're not pushing yourself past where you feel comfortable, because that's usually when issues happen, is when you're pushing yourself past your comfort point.
Yeah. And also, I know we always hear all the time, it's really good to have a buddy or make sure that your child is not unattended. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And you know what? A lot of people are going boating. We have so many beautiful lakes in Michigan. Anything about water safety that we need when it comes to equipment?
Yeah, I think the biggest one is just making sure that you have a life jacket and making sure that that life jacket fits you properly. You want to make sure that you have the right life jackets for the people that are going to be on the boat, and that you check them before you go out into the water. And you also want to make sure that you are actually wearing that life jacket the entire time that you're out there. I know it's easy to take it off and pretend that you don't need it, but you don't know when you might actually want to have it on. So it's important to keep it on at all times.
That's true. That's a great tip. That is so important. Okay, so Amanda, what tips do you have when it comes to fish and habitat safety?
Yeah, so I'm a biologist. It's always tempting to go and investigate all the cool natural creatures that we have here in Michigan. But you want to make sure that you're leaving the area where you might be as you found it. So you want to make sure to take all beach toys, all trash, anything else that you might be leaving behind back with you, so that way it doesn't impact our native wildlife. And on the same kind of note, you want to make sure that you're only swimming in dedicated areas and you're leaving natural areas undisturbed. So that way our turtles and our other native populations can kind of go about their day without worrying about us getting in the way of that.
I love it, Amanda. Okay, so what would you say is the most important message that you want families to remember as they enjoy our many waterways with their loved ones?
I think the most important thing is just to make sure that you are being mindful and that you have a plan before you might need a plan. So you are thinking about what you might need, what you might want, and who you're bringing with, and what you're doing before you actually go out and do it. So that way you're not caught in a situation where you don't know what to do.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Amanda. Appreciate you joining us for this wonderful, wonderful information. Enjoy your summer.
Yeah, thank you. You guys too.
Of course, we'll have more information on this on our website, WNEM.com, my friends. If you have any ideas on what you would like to see on our show, you can send them to us at WNEM-4PM News at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.